LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors. Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
Back to Kelleher Field in Marlborough. National anthem over. Coin toss about to take place down on the field. Bill Thomas will keep us appraised of that. This is our opportunity to meet the Leominster offense. It's brought to you by Avidia Bank. Avidia Bank is an honest-to-goodness community bank, and what does that mean? It means Avidia cares about the community because they're from here, they live here. There are many banks. They're the orange one. Online at avidiabank.com. Here is the Leominster offense brought to you by Avidia Bank.
Jacob Tossi, number 12, senior quarterback.
Ricky Encarnacion, number 0, junior, tight end.
Nico Martinez, I play fullback.
Caden Constant, number 9, quarterback.
Makai Newton, number 2, junior, running back.
Miguel Cabrera, number 14, senior, wide receiver.
Logan Archie, number 54, junior, offensive line.
Tony Kendall, number 69, sophomore, center.
John Escabi, number 56, junior, guard.
Delmar Wright, number 62, junior, offensive line.
Tony Palmriello, number 50, senior captain, offensive lineman.
That's how it's done, by the way.
That is the Leominster offense brought to you by Avidia Bank. Right into the Marlborough 5-3 defense. The defensive tackles, Adam El Namari and Jeremy Santiago. The nose tackle is Brandon Chillen. The defensive ends, Pedro Rodriguez and Terrence MacArthur. The linebackers, Cam Giannetti, Neilon Stemple, and Jack Dizutel. And the defensive backs, Miguel Borges, Jake Jones, and Brandon Alfaro. That is the 5-3 Panther defense. Time now for the coin toss. It's brought to you by Woodcomb Insurance. For your home, auto, or business, Woodcomb Insurance in Leominster has the right coverage at the right price. 166 Hamilton Street in Leominster and online at woodcomb.com. Bill Thomas, Woodcomb Insurance, brings us the coin toss.
Marlborough's won the coin toss. They want the football. They're going to receive the opening kickoff. Leominster will be defending the end zone to our left.
And right into the play-by-play, Bill Thomas.
And our award-winning play-by-play is brought to you by RC Excitement, the Northeast premier radio-controlled complex, located at 208 Bemis Road in Fitchburg. Online at rcexcitement.com. Now with the call of the game, the voice of high school football, Todd Robbins.
All right, Bill Thomas, thank you so much. Ball on the T40-yard line at our left. Oliveira on the approach. Swings the right leg and angles it from right to left. The ball grabs the field around the 30-yard line and wobbles out of bounds. Flags out on the play. Kickoff out of bounds. Panthers will have some options to choose from. They're going to, looks like, take the enforcement at the tail end of the play. They'll take their spots for the procedure, and they will have a first down and 10 at their own 35, going right to left here in quarter number 1 here from Kelleher Field in Marlborough. Opening kickoff brought to you by Fraticelli Oil. Exceptional comfort, warmth, and efficiency for your dollar. That's heating with environmentally friendly wood pellets from Fraticelli Oil Company in Leominster. Service available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, same-day delivery. Online at FraticelliOilCo.com. Fraticelli Oil, a place to save. Heating dollars. Jake Jones at the quarterback spot, 2 backs split behind him in the veer set. He's up under center, calling signals. The snap, handoff goes straight up the middle of the field. It's Stemple right to that A-gap. Drives his legs forward across the 35 and churns his way to about the 39-yard line. Looks like a gain of about 4, Bill Thomas, on first down.
Yeah, and it answers the question about who's going to make the start at quarterback, and we know now, but Jones is that all-purpose guy. We'll have to see. I'm sure they'll find some way to get Nollenberg on the field.
About 30 seconds gone by here in quarter number 1. Panthers wearing the home orange tops, black bottoms, black trim, black numerals front and back. Panther paw on the front of the jersey as well, with the classic Panther orange helmet with the black face mask and the black Panther paw on either side of that helmet. Handoff right into the A-gap once again. This time it's Borges into the middle of the field. He crosses the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Leaves a third manageable at third down and about 2 to go. Need their own 45 for a first down.
And this is where they talk about the Novocaine, slowly injected it in there. We're going to have to see if Leominster can put a stop up here. It's not really fourth down territory here. It's a big play here early in the game for Leominster's defense.
Third down, 2.5, need their own 45. Two-back split backfield, two receivers to the left, and up under center, it's Jones. Leominster shows blitz. It's Martinez. He can't stop, and he skids across the neutral zone and makes contact. That'll be a 5-yard penalty and a first down for the Panthers. And, well, that answers the question about footing, Bill Thomas.
Yeah, and, that's right where we were walking pregame, and it looks much different now. I got to tell you, an hour's worth of pregame out there, and looks like they've played 3 games, and Nico Martinez paid for it there, cost him first down, and the penalty rears its ugly head here early in the first quarter.
Blue Devils wearing for what is the moment, the Color Rush whites. White tops, white bottoms, trimmed in royal blue numerals front and back. Got the pitchfork on the nameplate on the back. Leominster across the chest in the front. Classic Leominster white helmet with the white face mask. Single royal blue stripe up the middle. Quickly turning a muddy cream color on this first down carry into the center of the formation. It's Stemple. Stemple just shy of midfield at their own 49-yard line.
Pretty much met by everybody on that Leominster defensive line. 69, 62, 50, all in there on the tackle.
It's going to be a war of attrition, Bill Thomas, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and it's going to be about footing. If the defense can dig in and get that little push, it's really who gets that first push and where you get the advantage.
Jones under center, scans the Leominster defense. Snap, back pocket handoff for Borges. Takes it to the right of that A gap, cross midfield to the Leominster 48-yard line. Combined first 2 carries, get you 5 yards, be a 3rd down and 5 to go. 9.5 minutes and counting here in quarter number 1.
Early trend, everything between the tackles up to this point, and like the coach said, you just got to keep injecting that Novocaine up the middle. You try to wear him down. But once again, big 3rd down play here for the Blue Devils. Can't commit any costly penalties here. You got to play defense.
Officially marked as a 3rd and 6. They need the Blue Devil 41 for the first down. Man checks in motion. Handoff put into the belly of Alfaro. He gets out to the edge. First rush to the edge. Stays across midfield and tiptoes along the sideline to about the Blue Devil 46-yard line, which will leave a 4th down and about 3 to go. And Bill Thomas, I think to me the biggest surprise thus far has been Borges, who is usually that edge rusher for the Panthers. They've just been alternating between Stemple and Borges and pounding that middle, and now they get Alfaro going in motion to try an edge rush.
Yeah, Blue Devils do a good job of stringing that out, led by Jack Fish, though. Nothing there, and they're going for it on 4th down.
Indeed they are. In Blue Devil territory, officially marked at the Blue Devil 44. On 4th down, 2.5, up under center Jones. Hard count. Leominster breaks the neutral zone again. It'll be another 5-yard penalty.
I don't think they were going to snap the ball either, Todd, to be perfectly honest with you. No sense of urgency there, and deploy work to perfection.
Coach Sean Mahoney was standing right there with the wing official, which lends credence to your point, Bill Thomas. If Leominster didn't move, they likely burn a timeout there and likely punt.
And Bill Thomas, in both instances, both first downs already for Marlborough have come courtesy of the penalty against Leominster. We've seen Leominster negate their own offense, now their defense causing some bugaboos.
First down and 10 to go. Find themselves at the Blue Devil 39, do the Panthers. That 2-back split in the veer, and the handoff goes into Stemple. Stemple takes it left. Great form wrapping tackle taken down there. Looked like Delmar
Ricky.
Wright.
Oh, it was Encarnacion.
Oh, Encarnacion that makes the wrapping tackle.
Now, last week, Encarnacion had a masterful game on defense for Leominster as their primary wide receiver. We talk about him a lot on the offensive end of the ball. Last week, his defense was remarkable.
We were out there at safety. Sometimes you're the last defender.
Second
they get
and
by
5.
You, nobody left.
Blue Devil 34. The snap, the give. This is Borges. Takes it to the right of the formation. Now all of a sudden, reverses field, comes back to the left. Cross the 30 to the 25 and still on his feet. Got himself another Panther first down. It's a gain of 10, and it's the first Panther first down they were responsible
Yeah,
for.
but he gets outside Ricky, who's at Miguel Cabrera there, and there was a lot of open ground. Somehow Ricky wrapped him up around the ankles till he got help, but there was a lot more to be had right there if it wasn't for Miguel.
8th play of the drive coming up for the Panthers.
And an evaporating first quarter, down to the 7.5-minute mark here of quarter 1. Only offensive possession has belonged to the Panthers. Nobody else has touched the football. Panthers driving, first down and 10 to go. The 2-back split. This is Jones. Options out to the right, keeps it himself, slashes back in on end with some space, crosses the 20, then the 15. Jones wrapped up just shy of the 10-yard line at the 11. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Panthers on a gain of 13.
Yeah, making himself nice and small there at the point of contact, lowering his shoulders, but getting through untouched. And I saw some turf bouncing around down there, Todd. you're down where you kind of eyeballed some possible standing water and whatnot. We'll have to see how this affects the plays going forward in that part of the field.
When we were down on the field prior to the game, that is what the coaching staff reported. This was the one area of the field where there was some standing water that could enter the conversation as the right-to-left march for the Panthers continues. Two-back split, Jones up under center. Leominster feinted a little bit at the line. They pulled back. The handoff is for Stemple. Stemple goes toward the B-gap right with some room across the 10 and down after a gain of about 5, second down and 5 coming up here.
Good first down play right there, but this is where the yards get tough. But I think that Novocaine's starting to work here in the first quarter, and Leominster's defense has been on the field for a long time. I'm not counting plays. I'm sure Kate is, but well over 10.
10th play of the drive coming up for the Panthers.
That was my guesstimate, but it seems like 20 maybe if you're on Leominster playing defense for the Blue Devils.
2nd and 5 from the Blue Devils 6-yard line. You get a reset of the sticks at the 1-yard line. Two-back split up under center. Jones, hard count. Leominster defense showing blitz. Fake it, option it out to the left. The pitch comes to Borges. Eludes one sliding defender, then another. A wrapping tackle there by Mackay Newton brings them down across the Blue Devil 5-yard line to about the 3.
Trying to see where the spot is close to a first down. It looks like going to be about a yard short. About a yard short here, coming up 3rd and short.
Constant and Newton for the Blue Devils on defense doing a nice job adjusting on that play, getting out to the outside, weren't fooled by the trickeration there, and did a nice job saving a touchdown for the Blue Devils.
It was a great job by Jones to make the decision to pull out of the handoff going straight up. That's that RPO, but he had some options off that veer, decided to go to the edge. It was the right decision. Two backs behind him on 3rd down and short to go, knocking on the Blue Devil door. Jones the snap, got it into the belly of Stemple, who reaches for the goal line and in for the Panther touchdown.
Nice job right there, working off the left side of that offense, using the tight end, guard and tackle, and finding a way through into the end zone.
5:11 to play here in quarter 1, and Stemple gives the Panthers a 6-0 lead.
Good start, and this is not what Leominster wanted because defense on the field for a long time, and some of these kids are playing offense, and we'll have to see if it pays a toll on the other side of the ball now.
Point after attempt coming up here for Alfaro. Jones does the holding. Good snap, ball down. Alfaro drives it over the fence, out of Kelleher Field, and good.
Into
Back
the
up
road.
the field comes the teams. 5:11 to play here in quarter 1. Marlborough 7, Leominster nothing. More to come. Just 30 seconds, and you're right back to here to Kelleher Field. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV. First time tonight, we can say exclusively hello to you. Remember, anytime radio steps away, you get the bonus analysis here from Kelleher Field. And Kate, you alluded to it a little bit. 7-minute drive on the defense for Leominster. That's a tough task to stay on the field. Not a lot of substituting. Really just had to keep taking that pounding over and over and over again.
That was a 7-minute long drive for the Panthers, covering 65 yards. It took 11 plays to do it, but they found pay dirt.
Oh, the sunglasses are on at night, says Corey Hart, as we welcome you back here to Kelleher Field in Marlborough, where the sunglasses are on, as are the lights here at Kelleher Field tonight on what is a dry night, at least through the air, although you will see some fog continue to roll in on the field. Kickoff from Alfaro goes from right to left. Ricky Encarnacion back in return formation, skids his way up to about the 21-yard line, is able to recover his feet, pick up the football, and move it forward across the 30, 35, and is stopped up just shy of the 40-yard line. Wow, Ricky Encarnacion, a bad start to begin with.
That could have been a disaster at about the 15-yard line. Somehow he kept his knee off the ground and stopped that ball from skidding by him, but right in that bad part of the field, it almost jumped up and bit him.
Check out the time and temperature, brought to you by Dorico's Market, a full-service meat market in deli. Worcester's go-to old-fashioned butcher shop and specialty market since 1947. Coming soon to 1123 Central Street in Leominster. Open now online at Dorico's.com. 53 degrees under foggy skies, 7:09 on a Friday night, November the 12th. And Mackay Newton gets the first down carry. 40 goes across the 40 to the 41. Gains about a yard, 2nd down and 9.
You know, we're speculating about the quarterback situation. Caden Constant out there starting, and I imagine to see him calling his own number quite a bit. He's been really successful since he's been taking more charge of the offense as a running back, and we'll have to see how they mix up those running back options tonight.
Constant in a shotgun set, backfield with him. He is joined by Newton and Martinez. Good snap, waist high, fake the give, keep it himself. He will bounce it out to the left edge with some space. He's got midfield, slides under a defender at the 45, still on his feet at the Panther 40 to the 35, where he's gang tackled and taken down after a gain of 23.
I'm not going to say I got my nose in the playbook.
Nice job,
but
though,
I couldn't
Thomas.
have called that one any better. I think I'm going to just be quiet the rest of the quarter.
Book that one when you can.
Nice job, Caden. Thank you for making me look smart.
Down to the 4-minute mark here at quarter one, and Leominster's offense finding some room out on the field. But boy, does it look like that everybody is running on marbles tonight, or is it me?
Well, and the guy with the ball knows where he's going. I think you have a distinct advantage. You find a little dry spot, plant your foot.
Shotgun set again for Constant, 1st and 10 from the Panther 35. Back to pass, looks downfield, jump ball at the left boundary, in and out of the hands, incomplete. Looking for Ricky Encarnacion, who had a little more space. The defender went down on the play. It looked like Alfaro, who had fallen just shy.
Yeah, and Ricky got a little height advantage on him too, but imagine that ball's a little slippery, a little hand fighting going on down there, not able to corral it. Quickly, no huddle here. Blue Devils right up to the line of scrimmage.
Indeed, on 2nd and 10, find themselves at the Panther 34-yard line, just inside of left hash.
We haven't seen uniforms dirty like this in a long while.
On a left to right mark, it looks like football. The shotgun snap on 2nd and 10, give it to Newton, who skids into his first step, bouncing it out to the left, crossing the 30-yard line to the 29. It'll leave a 3rd down and 6 to go. Blue Devils need the Panther 25 for a 1st down.
And Billy Thomas, this is where Leominster's offense has struggled. When they get to 3rd down and moderate or 3rd down and long, that playbook gets really, really thin. And oftentimes, this is the drive killer. When you have these 3rd downs, you get something going, and then you just stall.
Well, I think they got to stay basic right here and use some power. We'll see what they call.
Officially 3rd and 5 out of a gun. Constant, the shotgun snap, fake the give, kept it himself across the 30 to about the 27-yard line. He'll gain a handful more and leave a 4th down and about 3 to go in a moderate area where, Bill Thomas, you're probably too close to punt, and chances are you're going to want to give a shot here to go for it.
Oh, yeah, we'll cherry pick that low-hanging fruit. Once again, no huddle. Blue Devils, no question, just looking over the sideline for a play. They're definitely going 4th, but this is not a gimme. 4th and about 4.
Yeah, I was going to say they only advanced him a yard forward.
Yeah.
He went a long way to only gain a yard.
Play took a long time to develop and nothing at the end.
This right now taking a long time to develop as well. Leominster's going to have to be very careful. We're going to be watching for that 10-second runoff coming from the back.
2:25 to play here in quarter one. 7-0 Panthers. Blue Devils on a 4th down and 4 to go. Shotgun snap for Constant. Give it to Newton. Find some room. B gap right of the center. Cross the 25-yard line and down to the 24. And that is enough, it appears, for a Leominster 1st down. Crew chief says yes, it is.
Moved the sticks and all on his own right there. Not a lot of help by the offensive line, but Newton found a way with the second effort. I think he gained that last 1.5 to 2 yards on his own, which moved the sticks.
Leominster 1st down brought to you by Leominster Credit Union. Make your plans happen at LCU. It starts with membership. Check them out on the web at LeominsterCU.com. At Leominster Credit Union, you're somebody.
Blue Devils putting their own nice little 5-minute drive together here.
1st and 10 from the Panther 24, middle of the field. Constant in a shotgun set. Fakes the give. Now snaps it out to the left. It's long and incomplete. Encarnacion was the intended receiver, and Bill Thomas out there in pass coverage. It was Ryan Blaisdell who got locked up with Encarnacion.
Locked up. He had him hooked, and Encarnacion knew it too and immediately looked for the flag to no avail.
It looked like, though, Constant was throwing a flag route. Meanwhile, he was running a post, Encarnacion to the middle of the field.
Yeah, looking for help there before the play even materialized.
Exactly right. I think he asked for help too early. Should have concentrated on the catch.
1:42 and counting here in quarter one. On the snap on 2nd and 10. Give it to Newton, who cuts past the sliding defender, makes it out to the left numbers with some room, crosses the 20, then the 15, down toward the 10, and wrapped up right around the 8-yard line of the Panthers. Kate.
Now, Billy Thomas, that was all Newton, because in the backfield, he had to elude that first tackle. That was essentially going to die in the backfield for a loss. He made that happen on his own.
All footing and all cutting, nowhere he wanted to go, and he just sliced through the the tiniest of holes there, but I give them all the credit in the world for taking advantage of the footing and using it to get that first down.
First and goal to go for Leominster as they continue from left to right. Shotgun snap from the Panther 8. Give it to Newton. He tries going right this time, stretching that play out. A little too much east-west here. He's taken down after a gain of about a yard. Not much more to be second down and goal to go as we go under a minute here in quarter one.
Yeah, wide side of the field, not his friend. Marlborough doing a good job of stringing that out by the time he got to corner. 3 Marlborough defenders there waiting for him.
Wanting to score when they're up this end of the field might be the ideal circumstance for Leominster, but just 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. 7-0 the Panther lead. Caden Constant and company look toward Coach Devin Gates on the far sideline. Final 35 seconds here of the first quarter.
No huddle, but no rush.
That's correct. From second down and goal to go. Get the play right. Newton drops in motion. Now a flag comes out. This one came from the crew chief just before the snap, and it's a procedure call against Leominster, which will set them back second and goal. But longer now, back past the 10-yard line of the Panthers.
That was a quick flag.
Somebody must have flinched on the movement. It had to be some forward movement, but it came quick. I agree with you, Bill Thomas. Yeah. First quarter action brought to you by Acme Carpet One in Lunenburg, a local family-owned floor covering store doing business in the same location for over 50 years. There's lots of pros and cons in the flooring business, and these are the pros. Online at acmecarpet1.com.
Caden checking the wristband here, setting the play.
Just 10 seconds left here in quarter number one. Second down and goal to go from the 12-yard line of the Panthers. This will be the last play of the first. Shotgun snap, give to Newton. Goes through the C gap, out to the right, cross the 10, down around the 8, pretty much makes back what was lost, and that's the way the first quarter will end. Teams will change ends. Second quarter will begin with a third down and goal to go from Leominster. 10 yards out from the Panther goal line. 7-0 Marlborough through 1 and more to come. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV. You saw that first quarter action, which was entirely monopolized by 2 offensive drives. Each team touched the ball once.
Yeah, and you're going to have that limited number of touches. You got to take full advantage of them. We'll have to see Leominster in the shadow of the goal line trying to answer that first quarter score by Marlborough, but you don't want to give up your opportunities when you know your touches are going to be limited.
And that, of course, leads to a huge question on where they're at. Kate, through one quarter, what stands out?
Right now I have a Twitter update coming out of Danvers. That's what's standing out right now.
Well, let's hold that Twitter update for our radio audience to come. We get the bonus coverage for our friends at Leominster TV, but I want to make sure we get the radio audience looped in on that score as well, which is coming back right now.
Downtrodden.
Take it away, Kate.
Teams change ends as we begin the second quarter action here on the K-Zone. And Kate, you've got a score update, little playoff action from Danvers. It's Wachusett and St. John's Prep.
I do, coming courtesy of Chris Kine from the TNG. Prep up 24-13, 5:39 remaining in the first half.
Mountaineers on the wrong side of that one. Leominster goes right to left here in the second quarter. Third down and goal to go from the Panther 10. Constant fakes the give, takes it himself with some room, slips his way to the goal line and in. It's a Blue Devil touchdown. Caden Constant on the keeper and in.
And that's Caden's forte right there. Not turning around, handing it off, getting that snap back, head up, and picking your hole and taking advantage of it. Nice job, Caden Constant.
6 seconds into the second quarter, and Leominster is within 1. Terry DeOliveira for the point after.
They don't have a tee.
I was going to say, Jake Tossi signaling to the sideline, we need the kicking tee. That is a legendary Leominster thing.
No, he needs a center.
Oh, that's what he needed. He needed the long snapper.
No.
I was going to say, he was given the signal. It looked like he was drawing a box in the air. He was looking for the kicking tee. Tossi holds for DeOliveira, kicking from right to left. Snap, ball down, DeOliveira snaps it through. Back up the field come the teams. 11:54 to play here in quarter number 2. 7-all, Leominster and Marlborough all knotted up and more to come. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV tonight. And, well, the Blue Devils, I was saying, more bonus coverage for you, and that is the payoff Leominster needed. They needed to respond on a drive right away. That's what they did there.
They did, and it gave their key defensive players a chance to catch a rest over on the sideline. But coming right back and answering that old grinding drive of your own, and I think both drives started at the 40, as I recall. Blue Devils got the ball to the 40 on their drive, and Marlborough took over on their out-of-bounds kick at their 40. So matching drives, matching points. So just got to keep it up here so you can carry that momentum through the second quarter.
Back to action here on the K-Zone from our Walker Orthodontics broadcast booth. I'm Todd Robbins. Is someone in your pod not sleeping well? Talk to Walker Orthodontics in Lunenburg, a pioneer in advanced airway orthodontics at 978-345-7988 or online at drwalker.com. Walker Orthodontics is your first step to a better night's sleep. Ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our right. And D'Oliveira slowly chops his way toward the football, swings the right leg end over end. It will be returned. There were thoughts there about potentially handing it off. It was Christian Fernandez with the return. He faked like he was going to give, kept it himself, had some room, crossed the 30, 35, and taken down around the Panther. Look at that, 40-yard line.
40-yard line. Yeah, consistency for starting field position is showing its head early on. Not quite the 40, they're only going to give him the 38.
Had an opportunity to talk to Marlborough High School Athletic Director Jeff Rudzinski tonight. Want to thank him for our great broadcast location overlooking the playing surface here at Kelleher Field in the press box.
Tonight to somebody.
He wanted to say hello to Leominster High School Athletic Director Dave Palazzi. Wanted to make sure that he said hello and was disappointed Dave wasn't going to make it out to his home away from home here at Kelleher Field.
I think a section of the grandstand
Legendary
got his name
Shamrock.
on it here. Yep,
That's right.
Back in the 80s, he was well known in these parts.
Straight up the middle of the field, looked like Stemple on the carry, plows his way forward, gains a solid 4 on first down, he'll have second down and 6.
The ref doing a little field repair back there, found a hole in the turf that he didn't like. Kind of tamping
preventative
it down,
maintenance,
but,
that's not a bad
yeah,
thing.
That's right.
But I don't know how much preventive maintenance you can do tonight when you're trying to fix the turf here early in the second quarter. Still got a lot of game to play.
7-all, Panthers and Blue Devils. Second down and 6 to go. Panthers at their own 44. The give was a back pocket straight up the A gap. It goes with some room. Cross the 45 and down at the 47-yard line. It was Borges on the carry.
Yep, chipping away once again. How many third down plays? Kate, maybe you got that stat. It looks like every Marlborough series has got a third down play involved in it. We saw 2 of them with first down penalties, but did a good job converting their own too when they had to.
Just one because of all the penalties.
One they had to convert on their own, but
Just
it's
one.
a third. So it's their 4th third down challenge here early on.
3rd and a yard from their own 47, middle of the field. 2 back, split, offset right. Here's the snap for Jones. Gives straight up the middle of the field and piled up quickly by the Blue Devil defense, who slides over, but not soon enough. Borges has got himself a first down at the Panther 49 and 1/2 yard line.
Yeah, found his way to 2 yards there when he only needed 1. Good job by the Blue Devils there to stack that up, but a yard too late.
Right now, Marlborough can tend to keep things on the ground. Their 4-person rushing unit have 14 carries, 60 yards on the night right now. Stemple with 7 carries. He's averaging 3.1 yards per carry. Borges shortly behind him. He's averaging 4.4 yards per carry.
Under the 10-minute mark here of quarter number 2. Teams tied at 7. Panthers with their second offensive drive of the night. Here in the second quarter, just their first. Give went straight up the middle for Stemple. Leominster defense there, but Stemple falls across midfield to the Blue Devil 48-yard line, gains 2. Second down and 8. Let's hit our hardworking player spotlight. It's brought to you by Catania Oils of Air. Catania Oils promises authenticity in every drop. Their blended olive oils can be used at the table, in your favorite recipe for sautéing, baking, or broiling any meal. A New England staple for 7 decades. You can find Catania Oils at your favorite grocery location and online at CataniaOils.com. We'll get to the hardworking player spotlight after this second down play. Second down and 8. The snap, the give with some room. This is Borges, who's got some room off the right of the center. Space across the 45, then the 40. Dragged down at the Blue Devil 38-yard line after a gain of 11 for Miguel Borges. Bill Thomas will flash back our Catania Oils hardworking player spotlight. Good luck picking here. This is a pretty neutral point.
Well, you know, I really like the way the Blue Devils came out and answered that opening drive from Marlborough, and I give all the credit to Caden Constant. You know, good job distributing the ball. A lot of help on that drive by Mackay Newton, but in the end, Caden took it in and put the six on the board for the team. I think he did a good job controlling that opening drive.
On first down and 10, the snap, Stemple gets the handoff. Straight up A gap again. Cross the Leominster 35 to the 34-yard line. And Kate, the Novocaine continues to be ejected as well.
I was going to bring the same thing up, Todd. And Kate, you made a great point, averaging over 4 per carry. Why would you go anywhere else? If you go 4-4, now you're third and short, you're working at 4. The stats don't lie, and you do a good job pointing that out there when you look at it.
The only thing that I might add is Constant, because he is working out of that quarterback position and adding that extra dimensionality in the rushing attack, a lot on his shoulders tonight, so he's going to have to keep things moving.
Second down, 6 to go, and Borges gets the second down carry, going to the left of the formation and turning it up just inside of the tackle, drives his legs forward to about the 30-yard line, and it will leave a 3rd down and 3 to go. Panthers need to advance the football to the Blue Devil 27 for a first down.
The other thing you have to also know is the combo of Borges and Stemple for the Panthers also averaging 5.3 and 3.1 yards per carry themselves. That's why we're seeing such an even matchup between these two offenses. That's why right now we're on target for only having a total of 8 offensive drives combined right now.
We got a 3rd and 3 right here again.
Indeed, and up under center it's Jones. Checks Alfaro in motion. The snap, there was a slip at the snap of the football. This was Stemple who got the handoff, crossed the 30, gets his body turned at the Blue Devil 26, but that is enough for a Panther first down. He was slow to get up.
Nico Martinez in the backfield that pointed a handoff there. It sure looked like he was going to take that handoff somehow. Found in the belly of Stemple, and he gets his 4+, and they move the chains. Just like you were talking about, Kate, that 4, 4, and 4, that's going to move the sticks.
I think you're absolutely right about that.
And the action continues to move here. Ball stays in the middle of the field, inbounds, clock keeps running, and teams just keep moving the football forward. Here's a 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the Blue Devil 25-yard line, moving left to right. Blue Devil defense shows blitz up front. Jones the snap. He quickly got the handoff to Borges. Although Caden Constant came out with it and kind of held it up and went, look, I got it.
Got the ball. They 4 Blue Devil defenders picked up 2 Marlborough offensive players. They figured one of them had to have the ball.
That's going to be officially no gain on that play, but that whistle does come quickly. As soon as they saw the 2 just wrapped up and starting to be pushed backward, they blew that whistle to stop play right away. So officially no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Caden Constant currently the poster boy for the field conditions, as if you look at the front and back of his jersey, Mom, grab the spray and wash. You're going to need it tonight.
Same with Tony. Paul
in the middle.
Mariello.
There you go, Kate. You got it. Alfaro in motion from right to left at the snap of the football. He gets the handoff. He's trying to race down the 30-yard line. He gets wrapped and tackled and taken down. Encarnacion combines with Mackay Newton to throw him back.
Yeah, 2 speedsters out there, and you're not going to beat those guys to the corner. If they're out there unblocked, good job challenging them, but good handful of jersey there at the end. I think that was Ricky Encarnacion that finally got him. Handful of jersey.
One of the things.
Big loss right there.
Loss of 7 on that play. One of the things that's going to come up is Stemple was dinged up a few plays ago, so you're going to see Brandon Alfaro come in until we see Stemple back out on the field. So Marlborough right now having to make the determination. They have Borges, but who's that next man up going to be for the Panthers offense to continue to move that rushing attack? And Alfaro, loss of 7 on the play there.
Biggest 3rd down play that Marlborough's facing. We'll have to see if they put it in the air here.
Stemple's on the field, stands in the backfield next to Borges as Jones goes up under center. 2 receivers wide left, tight to the boundary there. Jones the snap, little play action fake, little throwback screen, complete to Alfaro with some space down the left numbers, moving from left to right across the 30 to the 25 and taken down at the Blue Devil 20-yard line with another Panther first down deep into Blue Devil territory.
Great call, though. You get that aggressive Blue Devils defense chasing out to the right side, and all of a sudden he turns and throws a little receiver screen back the other way. Nobody there. Good job picking up most of what they needed. But big 4th down play, 4th in that magic under 4 yards, Todd and Kate. Where are they going to go?
Indeed it is. I thought they had a first down, Bill Thomas, as the sticks went flying on the
they're learning to get out of the way.
Indeed they are.
But once again, here we are in that 3 to 4 yard territory that they need.
4th down and short.
Trying
Jones calls signals. Leominster shows
again.
blitz. And skidding in there. Yeah, Nico Martinez once again. You want to feint that blitz, but
Come
he
on,
keeps
Nico.
sliding into the football.
So in both of those fourth down opportunities, Leominster's defense slides into that neutral area. So 3 of those flags that Leominster have caused first downs. Actually, 3 of them. 3 penalties that Leominster
Is that the only
caused.
3 penalties?
No, they've had 4.
One, they had
This
to
is the fourth.
kick out of bounds was the first one.
Correct.
Then the 3 procedures.
First down and 10
offsides.
to go after the offside is enforced. It's across the Blue Devil 15 at about the 13-yard line. Under 4 minutes, 3:45 to play here in quarter 2. Teams deadlocked at 7. This might be the only touch of the second quarter for the Panthers. It's an option snap for Jones, racing it out, looking for the edge. Goes with a chest pass to Stemple. Here, you take it. It's back at the 15-yard line, and he gets stacked up by the Blue Devil defense there.
And he actually had more positive yardage
did.
before he pitched.
He
He's
did.
like, I'm out.
If I saw that many jerseys coming at me, I'd be like, is there help?
He's looking
look
all
at
the
that.
way. He was looking for
There
the help,
we go.
though.
I'll take it.
What a play, though. Smart.
He beat his back to the edge. He set the edge,
He was-
but
yeah,
didn't turn it
he
upfield.
outran him, you know? And there's too late to make a block because he's long gone out of the play.
3:05 and counting here in the second quarter in a 7-all football game. On second down and officially 12, ball back across the Blue Devil 15-yard line. Jones up under center with the 2-back offset left. Snap, give it for Borges. Finds some space, cross the 10-yard line, and down around the 8. There is some post-play action there as Martinez and it looked like Cabrera were locked up on the play at the tail end. But everybody goes to their neutral corner as a timeout is taken down on the field. 2:45 to play here in the second. Teams tied at 7, 7-7, Marlborough and Leominster.
Nice tackle by Delmar right there in the middle, all by himself. Had visions of end zone, but a good job stopping him up the middle and bringing up a big third down play. How many times have we said that tonight?
I was going to say,
every
seemingly
drive,
there's been a
Marlborough's
lot.
Half a dozen big third down plays, but the Blue Devils got to stay home.
Unfortunately, yeah, flags have cost them yardage on the defensive side of the ball. Tom's Automotive of Fitchburg drives the action here. Looking for quality auto repair? It's time for Tom's. Tom's Automotive of Fitchburg, known for providing quality auto repairs at affordable prices the same day you bring it in. Tom's Automotive, fixed right the first time and on time. Online at autorepairfitchburg.com.
Oh, Todd, Bill Thomas is out the side door getting ready to look at action down there in that far end zone.
That's one of Bill
That's a
Thomas's
Bill Thomas
favorite
special.
features there, to be able to look out
Peeking out the door.
look out the porthole, to be able to see out there on the side of the ship.
I'm going to
so
fall
to
out the
speak.
window one of these days if I keep leaning out the front.
He's going to get into press box architecture is what he's going to end up
Indeed he
doing.
is. I'm going to help you out,
And
Bill
I'm gonna
Thomas. We're going to
be
take this
when-
wire down.
No, that's all right.
That'll
I'm
help
coming
you out.
back
There you
in.
go. Get a little looser there.
I was actually trying to get a look at the crowd out here. We got a very nice crowd tonight. You know, and the
rain
tough
didn't drive them
conditions,
away.
but people came out at the last minute. It's good to see the crowd turning out here.
14th play of this drive coming up for the Panthers.
Where better to spend your Friday night than here at Kelleher Field in Marlborough? Good crowd on hand of Marlborough citizens. 2:45 to play here in the second. 7-all our score. 3rd down and 5 to go from the Blue Devil 10-yard line. Jones the snap, sent it out to the edge in the hands of Borges going right. And Borges will work his way forward toward that 2-yard line. He's across the 5 there. It is a first down at the 3. First down and goal to go for the Panthers at the Blue Devil 3-yard line.
It's already the 4th first down that this Panther offense have gotten in this drive. 15th play of the drive coming up. Obviously, that flag all the way back at the 17.
Over
causing problems.
9 minutes close to possession so far.
It started with 11:49.
Yeah. Yep.
And Coach Mahoney is going to
10
take a
minutes,
timeout
almost.
here, but he wants to take this clock down because there is that whole strategic. You don't want to score too quickly here.
Certainly.
Panthers took the opening kickoff. Leominster is going to get the second half kickoff. You don't want to leave them enough time for a 2-for-1 option.
2-for-1 Belichick special right there.
Indeed, and a timeout taken by Coach Mahoney and the Panthers. 1:50 to play here in the second quarter. 7-7 Marlborough and Leominster here at Kelleher Field tonight. And this is exactly the football game we were expecting, but maybe with a few less possessions than I had in my mind at the start.
Well, you know, we marveled last week at that Fitchburg-Westfield game. I think we had 7 total possessions, 3, by each team, each half or something like that. It was some crazy number. But we're seeing even more ball control tonight. we could say the Blue Devils haven't touched the ball in the second quarter, but they did for one play to score their touchdown.
For 6
and
seconds.
that was it,
That's
and
it.
now it's been all Marlborough. I was going to speculate 12, 14 plays. I think commented 15, 16 already.
15 is right now. Next up is 15.
This drive's not over yet, so yeah. It's all about ball control
and
tonight.
that causes all sorts of other bugaboos because Leominster's offense, although many of the players play both ways, their offense hasn't been on the field. And if this goes into halftime, God forbid, if they find a way to stretch this out even further before Leominster's offense gets back on the field, that's not just cold, that's ice cold.
Yeah, well, you don't have many adjustments to make because you didn't have time to run many plays.
But it also puts an enormous amount of pressure on Leominster's offense to have to keep up tit for tat.
You got to match when you got to match.
Absolutely have to.
Each and every time you have the football, now you have to be thinking you have to score with the way things are going. First down and goal to go. Panthers at the Blue Devil 3-yard line going left to right. Jones is up under center with the 2-back offset behind him. The snap, give it to Borges. Defense converges. Borges a second effort. He got the goal line and in. It's a Panther touchdown for Miguel Borges.
You got, looks like he had Mackay Newton wrapped around his ankles, but found a way to fall into the end zone.
1:44 to play here in the second quarter, and it's 13-7 Marlborough on top, pending the point after here at Kelleher Field. And, well, they didn't want to score too quickly, but they definitely wanted to make sure they scored. 1:44 is enough time for a 2-for-1, but Leominster's offense is going to have to move quickly, Kate.
Bill Thomas, 10.5-minute long drive.
Yeah, and you hate that. Hopefully it doesn't lead to a turnover here now if you're trying to force something.
Snap ball down. Alfaro sends it to the posts, and good. Back up the field come the teams. 1:44 prior to halftime. 14-7 Marlborough's lead. A break and we're back with more. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV tonight, and you saw that epic drive by the Panthers that chewed up just about every minute of this second quarter.
And the Novocaine definitely took effect there. I mean, maximum plays, almost every series went to third down, and 15 plays, and you cap it off with a touchdown and a very important PAT. We saw 3 possessions up to this point, in the game, and they've all resulted in touchdowns. I hope Blue Devils don't try to force something here and create a turnover and cost themselves here. They're going to get the ball.
It's a marathon of offensive drives tonight here at Kelleher Field in Marlborough. 14-7, Marlborough on top of Leominster. 1:44 left here in the second quarter. Coming up at the half, Kate's got your recap of your first half stats. We'll check scores all around the region out there on social media tonight. We'll also get you our monumental moment of the first half and our mid-game adjustments. Ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our left, and it's sent down the middle of the field on the hops. Encarnacion picks it up the 20-yard line with some space, and Encarnacion's worked his way out to midfield quickly, across the 45, then the 40, and dragged down at the Panther 37-yard line. That was like lulling you to sleep. Encarnacion picks it up on the ground ball at the 20, and then just slowly slides his way through for a 40-yard return from right to left to set the Blue Devils up with 93 seconds before halftime in great field position.
Well, I think he did a good job timing his cuts and letting the defense commit and then planting the foot and give a little shimmy shake there. But, we commented during extra comment time with the LTV. I just don't want to see the Blue Devils do something that's going to cost them points here because they are going to get the ball to start the second half. Let's not get foolish here, but we see Jake Tossie out there, quarterback now.
Jake Tossie in
Tells
that
me
quarterback
they're gonna
spot.
throw the ball.
Straight back I formation, and you give it to Mackay Newton this time. Newton finds some space across the 35 and to the Panther 32, and a flag gets tactfully dropped in by the umpire in the area of offensive holding.
Absolutely.
That
Just
was
like,
dainty.
here we go. But it's going to set him back even more. And, you see Jake out there, you think we're going to go with a little bit of passing game in this series to try to make something happen quickly. Even trying to force the issue more here now, bringing up this long first down play here.
It is a hold. They'll mark the ball back 10-yard line across the Panther 40 and placed down now at the Panther 43-yard line on first down and long. Tossie, back to pass, backpedaling, throws the screen out to his left, complete to Jack Fish. Nice job by the Panther defense to swarm and take him down. That's Jack Dishotel with the individual effort to take down Jack Fish.
Yeah, and as soon as Jack lost his footing there, he didn't go down, but he lost all his momentum. Gave the end defenders there, the edge defenders, chance to come out and make the stop. Got a timeout on the field, Todd.
Indeed it is. Timeout taken by, I'm assuming Bill Thomas
by
was
Blue
that?
Devils,
taken
I
by the
believe.
Blue Devils.
Yeah.
To stop the clock. 58 seconds here before halftime and a 14-7 score.
Let's see what we got here.
Indeed we do.
Yeah, I think it was the Blue Devils that called timeout.
They want to have an opportunity. I was wondering if the Panthers might spend a timeout there. If they got a
that's
chance.
what I was thinking. I'm trying to see
middle of the
timeout.
field potentially.
They don't keep the timeout count, so we can't go by that. But
Indeed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Play some defense, maybe go for one more before the half.
It's going to be a second down and significant. Ball back at the 45-yard line.
And now, the Blue Devils are kind of getting their hand forced here, and Panthers might want to maybe burn a timeout or two here and see if the Blue Devils want to take a chance. Panthers would love to create a turnover here and take away that advantage of having the second half kickoff away from the Blue Devils. Get that extra possession now.
Well, that's just it. Give them every chance they possibly can. You got to keep pace at this point in time, as Bill Thomas pointed out moments ago. 3 possessions. That's it. That's all we've had to less than a minute
fourth
here.
Possession right now.
Fourth possession down on the field, and it is a 1 touchdown difference. You've got to possess the ball and score. Second down and long, Tossie under center out of an eye. Pitches it out to Constant. Constant with the halfback pass. Throws a wobbler as he was hit, and the pass will fall incomplete.
You're seeing that.
Trickeration there, but that's dangerous territory right there, trying to force the issue, in my opinion.
Those are the type of passes, though, that we've been seeing the last several weeks where they tend to start to float about halfway through. Those receivers are continuing on their route, and they're constantly having to come back on their route to be able to make the catch there, and that one ends up floating again.
Certainly not able to, Constant that is, put his whole body into it. He was moving laterally to his right, and then he got hit and taken down on the play. Bill Thomas, is my ride here?
Yeah, it looks coming in low and slow.
I was going to say, we've got an unidentified flying object here over Kelleher Field tonight as well. 51 seconds here before halftime.
Just a hill and a car coming down the hill. We said it's a neighborhood field, guys.
It is indeed.
Everybody calm down.
Third down and long. You're no fun.
No,
back to pass. Constant with some time. He will step up in the pocket. He's got space. He'll bounce it from right to left, out to those right numbers. Steps through a bear trap, across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet along the right sideline and ends up out of play just shy of the Panther 35-yard line at about the 37.
I will say one thing for Caden. He does not look for the sideline.
No. Indeed he does not.
He wants every yard. He's fighting for every yard over there, and then eventually he gets forced out of bounds, but fighting for every inch he can get.
Gains back what was lost and then gets a 4th down and 9 to go at the Panther 36-yard line at right hash.
This is a tough call right here.
Everybody checking the Rolexes down on the field to get the right play. They've got what they need, and now Constant will check out his receivers. 2 receivers wide to the left of his shotgun set. Single receiver is Cabrera, 1-on-1 at the boundary right. Constant on 4th down and 9. Back to pass. Double pumps. He's wrapped up. He is sacked on the play. It's Eli Hintz straight through the middle of the defense. Check it. It's Adam Elnamari with the sack for the Panthers.
Coverage sack downfield, though. Nobody to Caden to throw. Good coverage by the DBs and the safety, and that was a team effort right there. A good team defense, and that led to that sack.
And the ball will go back to Marlborough 30 seconds before halftime, up a full touchdown and point after. They will not get the football. Blue Devils get the ball after the half. Do you take a chance here? They're not a deep throwing team.
You got to try to pull something out of the bag right here. You just got a free possession if you're Marlborough. I think you got to. But they got
chance for the kill shot before halftime.
But they've changed quarterbacks. They got Cullenberg out there.
Yeah, Nollenberg in at the quarterback spot.
Throwing the ball, maybe.
Senior leader here, up under center in the veer. Hard back, rolls out to the left, throws a tight spiral and finds Jake Jones complete. Shy of the Leominster 45 at the 46-yard line and out of bounds to stop the clock. 24 seconds left before halftime.
You had to be able to read that. You could have read that from anywhere. That they put that passing quarterback out there. He's not out there to hand the ball off. He wouldn't be out there. He showed his magic right there and moved the chains, gets out of bounds, saves the timeout. Exactly what he was put out there to do.
Gains 11 to the Blue Devil 46-yard line, a 1st down and 10 at left hash.
Nice tight spiral right there, just making his first appearance at quarterback by Nollenberg.
Nollenberg up under center with 2 backs behind him in the veer. On first down, hard boot to his left again with some space. Now getting pushed. Defense with a rapid sack there. It's Delmar Wright with the sack back toward midfield.
Well, the interesting thing here that Marlborough finds themselves in that last play, Jones, a natural wide receiver for the team. So when he's in at quarterback, that is a weapon not at the disposal of the wide receiver core for Marlborough. You get into a position where with 33 seconds remaining on the clock, you need to be able to move the ball down the field quickly and by not taking a lot of time off the clock. So Jones, going back to that natural wide receiver position for the Panthers, is able to get that chunk of 11. Nollenberg staying in because obviously he's the primary quarterback for the Panthers and can move that ball quickly down the field, especially in the air.
And what a great dart he threw. Timeout taken on the field. Panthers will take the timeout 16 seconds before halftime. They have a 14-7 lead. They've got a second down and long to go with the ball at the Blue Devil 49-yard line as they go left to right in what is probably the tougher part of this half of the field, Bill Thomas. That spot between midfield to about the 30-yard line on this eastern half of the field is definitely the muddier spot.
Yeah, both of them. Between the 30s is really the danger zones, but once you get away from the 50 towards the 30 on each side, it gets progressively worse.
Up under center, it's Nollenberg. 2 backs behind him, receiver in either direction. Nollenberg the snap. He collided at the line with a back there, but got the handoff to Borges, who found space to the left side of the formation. Out to the left numbers, across the Blue Devil 40, then the 35. Slung down by Brian Aguilar across the Blue Devil 30 at the 29. And Coach Sean Mahoney asks for the timeout, stopping the clock 6 seconds before halftime.
Big play right there. Gets them down into reasonable scoring territory, and we know that their kicker has a great leg. Time for maybe one more quick sideline play and maybe try to kick a field goal, but we'll have to see what they pull out of their bag of tricks here for this, what could be the last play of the half.
Borges on what looked like a busted
play,
able to find a 15-yard gain.
Mess in the backfield there, but bumping into players, but somehow busted out of that, and he did. He found a big play right there and really put Marlborough in a very manageable final play of the half position right now.
Well, not only that, one has to think about the amount of times Leominster's offense is going to be permitted to touch the ball. With Marlborough getting the second half kick, if they're able to take, Leominster.
Leominster is going to get at least one guaranteed possession in the second half, and it's the first one of the second half.
And how important is that going to be now, because it's your turn to match scores, and you don't want to give up that odd number back and forth. But this is a big play right here to end this first half.
1st and 10, Panthers at the Blue Devil 30-yard line at left hash. 2 backs offset, Nollenberg under center. 5-step drop, look right and throw. It's long and incomplete. Alfaro was the intended receiver, and Nollenberg led him a little too far. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. And now Alfaro talks to Coach Mahoney. Does he want a shot at the field goal here? Alfaro is the field goal kicker.
He's asking. I think he knows he's a little out of his range. This would be
47.
40 plus. Yeah. Good math. Closer to 50, I think.
It's is it 17?
Where's the ball? No, the ball's on the 30. Yeah,
so it's 47.
Spot on. And that's a tough kick in a good day on a turf field with the wind behind you.
That's right.
And so they will
give him a try at it.
Hey, why not at this point in time? 2
then
backs
you give
behind.
Blue Devils a chance to run it back, too,
That's
if it
true.
doesn't clear the end zone. So I think that's a good play not to try
Nollenberg,
it.
final play of the half. Back to pass. Slips. That ball touched the ground, but his knee did not. He flings it upfield, and it was almost intercepted. Riley Costa frustrated with himself as that one hit him in the hands and then hit the ground. Wasn't going to matter either way. We find ourselves at halftime here at Kelleher Field. Marlborough 14 and Leominster 7. What a first half of action we've been treated to thus far. Leominster works out okay there, not responding on their offensive drive late in the second half as they were able to tame the Panthers offense and prevent them from scoring. So just the 1-score differential going into halftime.
Yeah, it could have been worse, but luckily for the Blue Devils, they were able to match that first score by Marlborough with their own score, come right back in the first quarter, but basically not really seeing the ball in any advantageous position in that second quarter, just trying to make something happen out of desperation as the half wore down there. And that second quarter was all Marlborough's, no matter how you look at it.
Indeed it was. Will that be the difference in the football game? We've got another half to tell. More to come. Halftime here at Kelleher Field. Marlborough 14 and Leominster 7. A break and we're back with more. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
On the expressway here on a Friday night out on the field, a 48-minute real-time first half of action. 14-7. Marlborough on top of Leominster here at Kelleher Field. Tonight, as we check the scoreboard coming up a little later on here at halftime, you're going to find scores that are at the end of the first quarter of action. We've played one half here at Kelleher Field, where Marlborough has a 14-7 lead over Leominster. It's time now for Bank Hometown at the half. Bank Hometown's free checking account works for you with free bill pay, mobile check deposits, and over 4,000 free ATMs. Visit bankhometown.com or stop in to their convenient Leominster branch on Sack Boulevard. To open a free checking account, earn up to $200 and unlock your potential. Bank Hometown. Member FDIC. Bank Hometown at the half. 14-7. Marlborough on top of Leominster here on the K-Zone on a Friday night, November the 12th, AM 1280, 105.3 FM, and WPKZstream.com. That's all the ways to play, along with our partners at Leominster TV as well. Time now for Kate's first half recap. It's brought to you by ClearPath for Veterans New England, supported by Northeast Insurance Agency. Supporting ClearPath for Veterans, New England Community Center at Devens supports families and provides connections to the latest in wellness options. We owe it to them to do our part by supporting them. Donate now at clearpathne.org. This message brought to you by Northeast Insurance Agency. I'll add on behalf of the broadcast team one more time, a happy Veterans Day and a thank you very much to our veterans. Yes, just a day late, but a great opportunity every day to recognize and thank the sacrifice made by veterans in our country. ClearPath for Veterans New England, supported by Northeast Insurance Agency, brings you Kate's first half stats.
All right, obviously the most pertinent item on the docket is the scoreboard right now. Marlborough on top of Leominster, 14-7 here in the first half. If we take a look at team totals first, Leominster 73 total yards of offense, 76 of those coming courtesy of their rushing attack, 16 plays on offense, 3 first downs for the Blue Devils thus far in this one. For the Marlborough Panthers, 127 yards of offense, 25 coming courtesy of their aerial attack, 102 yards rushing for the Panthers, 31 plays on offense already, and 11 first downs for Marlborough in the first half. The most interesting statistic that I think we're going to want to make sure that we mention right now, time of possession favoring Marlborough, 18 minutes to Leominster's 6 minutes of game clock. Now, if we take a look at individual notable statistics, first for the Leominster Blue Devils, Mackay Newton, 7 rushes, 36 yards. His longest for 16. He's averaging 5.1 yards per carry. Caden Constant out of the backfield, 5 rushes for 40 yards. And Jacob Tossi did connect with Jack Fish in the air. So he's 1 of 1, but it was for a loss on that play. Leominster's lone touchdown came with 11:54 remaining in the second quarter. It was a 6-yard touchdown rush by Caden Constant. Extra point for Leominster was good there. Now, if we turn our attention to the Panthers side of the ball, Miguel Borges, 12 rushes, 66 yards. His long was for 15 yards. He's averaging 5.5 yards per carry. Neelan Stemple, 11 rushes, 31 yards. He's averaging 2.8 yards per carry. Brandon Alfaro has touched the ball twice from the rushing attack for a grand total of -4 yards. Jake Jones has a 13-yard rush, and if we take a look at the combination of Jones and Nollenberg together, they are 2 of 3 passing for 25 yards, completions to 2 separate receivers. Jones not only is passing the ball, he's also catching it, just not from himself. He has a reception for 11 yards. Brandon Alfaro has a 14-yard reception as well. If we take a look at the scoring for the Panthers, their first touchdown came with 5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It was the 2-yard touchdown rush by Neelan Stemple. Extra point was good. The Panthers were up 7-0 there. Then rounding out the second quarter of action with 1:44 remaining, it was a 2-yard touchdown rush by Miguel Borges. Extra point there, good as well. 14-7 right now, Marlborough on top of Leominster. But again, I know Bill Thomas is going to want to talk about it. Time of possession right now favoring the Marlborough Panthers. 18 minutes of possession in the first half as compared to Leominster's 6. Leominster's going to need to possess the ball in order to actually score touchdowns.
And we'll get to that as we continue here on Bank Hometown at the half with a check of our halftime scoreboard brought to you by North End Mazda in Lunenburg. North End Mazda invites you to shop their express store, a 100% online experience with instant pricing and no hassle. Build your deal online at northendmazda.com. Let's check that halftime scoreboard. First, we'll begin with playoff action. In the Division 1 game action tonight, Central Catholic on top of St. John's of Shrewsbury, 9-0 at the end of one quarter. Rich Garvin reporting on behalf of the Telegram tonight, out at Central Catholic in Lawrence tonight. Meanwhile, St. John's Prep in Danvers got a 10-point lead on the Mountaineers from Wachusett. It's 30-20 St. John's Prep over Wachusett. That game at the half. To Division 5, where through one quarter, Hudson finds themselves on top of Bishop Fenwick, 14-0. Into Division 6, Stoneham got a 14-7 lead over Valley Tech. That game at the half. In Division 8, Hoosac Valley with a 14-7 lead over Narragansett. That game at the half. And you aren't imagining things. Yes, they just cut halftime short, and we're back to play in the third quarter. It looks like, yes, it is Brian Aguilar on the return from right to left. Aguilar across the 20, the 25, 30, and taken down shy of the Blue Devil 35. It's all coming back as there's a flag out on the play. It's a hold against Leominster. The flag is at the 25-yard line. You're going to mark it back 10 yards from there, and that's where things will go.
Deep in a hole here. Deep in a hole to start the second half here for the Blue Devils. You know, we talked about the minimizing of possessions and mistakes here, and you know, you get your opening kickoff, but you're at your own 15-yard line, not the way you planned on starting the second half if you're the Blue Devils.
Let's finish that North End Mazda scoreboard. Assabet Valley and Bay Path deadlocked at 7 late in the second quarter there. Shrewsbury on top of Doherty, 8-6 that game at the half. Neshoba, a 19-0 lead over Shepherd Hill. That game's at the half. One final score to report. Worcester South over Worcester Tech, 40-18 in the early window. That game played at Foley Stadium earlier today. Those are all non-playoff action. First down carry there. Bill Thomas went straight up in the middle of the field. Constant on that carry. Gains a couple. Second down and 8. Find themselves at the Blue Devil after the enforcement, and then the first down play, 17-yard line coming right to left. In this, the second half. Action here on the K-Zone brought to you by Leominster Monument. Leominster Monument in Lunenburg, locally owned with on-site quality craftsmanship for over 40 years at Leominster Monument Company. Memories are forever. Online at leominstermonument.com. Second down and 8 to go. Carry in the hands of Newton with some space. He'll push it forward for 3 yards and have about a third down and 5 to go. Ball at the Blue Devil 20-yard line as Leominster goes from right to left. Let's talk mid-game adjustments. Bill Thomas, sorry, trying to catch up from halftime.
Here it is right here. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Builder's Surplus in Lunenburg has a great selection of first-quality building materials at prices you will like. Stop by 29 Summer Street and online at builders-surplus.com. You know what you need. Get it at Builders Surplus for less. After this 3rd and 5 play, Constant the shotgun snap. You will follow his blocks out to the right. That's stretching way too far to the right and not turning upfield. It will be a loss of a couple, and it'll be a 4th down and long for Leominster in their own territory. Bill Thomas, Builders Surplus brings you your mid-game adjustments.
I want to see if I can read his mind here.
Give it a shot.
Converting on third downs. Converting on third downs.
And I was like, here's my first key right here when Todd went to it, but you know, forced to give up this possession. Now they're playing behind the possession, and Marlborough's going to get great field position out of this.
Ivan Kadua at his own 5-yard line on 4th down and 7. Gets the punt away. It hops at the Blue Devil 44 and takes a Blue Devil bounce back across midfield and checks up for Brandon Alfaro at the Panther 48-yard line. Nice job by Kadua from deep in his own territory to do his best to turn the field. High school football here on the K-Zone brought to you by Competitive Edge of Fitchburg, supplying the Central Mass area with ice hockey equipment and professional skate sharpening for over 30 years. Competitive Edge has embroidery and printing for all your team, league, and business needs. Open 7 days a week during the fall and winter. Stop by 983 John Fitch Highway, right across from the Wallace Civic Center, or call 978-696-3339. Competitive Edge of Fitchburg.
Jake Jones back out there, quarterback here for Marlborough's first possession of the second half, so I don't think it's any mystery what their plan is. Start this second half.
First down and 10 for the Panthers, their own 48 at left hash. Jones with the snap. The give went straight forward. It was Borges on the carry, and he kind of falls off the pack to the right. Looks like no gain on the play.
when you talk about second half adjustments, Todd, I know that one adjustment that the Blue Devils failed to do was to score on that possession.
Certainly.
To keep it an even possession, even score game here, but they got to find a way to get off the field defensively. It's third down, every drive, 15-play drive, number third downs.
And defense has not been the problem for Leominster this year. The offense has always been the thing that has let them down.
You can't
Defense
score
is
if you don't
always
got the ball,
seemingly,
so,
that's
you
it.
know.
And that's been the best defense thus far for the Panthers as the snap comes from Jones. Straight up the gut for Stemple. Stemple with some room, cross the Blue Devil 45 to the 44-yard line, and it'll be third down and 3 to go.
And where are we? 3rd and 3, a 4-yard gain, a 3-yard gain, probably close to a 4-yard gain. This is a 3rd and 2. This has been the story of the game the entire night.
And it continues here. From our J&R Glass broadcast booth, I'm Todd Robbins, and our view is incredible because J&R Glass is glass done right, offering quality workmanship and dependable service at a fair price. Online at jnrglass.com. 3rd down and 3 to go. Jones is up under center with 2-back offset, and Leominster, has broken the line again on 3rd down. A hard count and another jump at the front.
Cadence and over anticipation and just youthful exuberance.
And the wing official working the Panther sideline who threw the flag did not want to do it, but Steph Rosemond fell into the zone and he just
it's almost like he felt
there.
bad about it. There was no contact, but once you break the line, it's an automatic flag these days.
That's a federation
rule. You can't
rule.
get back. You broke the plane, and the official just kind of meekly dropped it at his feet. Nothing he could do about it.
Yet another first down for Marlborough on a Leominster penalty.
With the NFHS rule book, there is no free play on a defensive offside. The defense breaks that neutral zone, or also known as the length of the football. That will draw a whistle, kill the play, same as you would if you had a procedure penalty against the offense. On 1st and 10 for the Panthers from Blue Devil 39. Plenty of room across the Leominster 35 to the 34-yard line, and it looked like Stemple on the carry, gains 5, 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, and to your point, Kate, the penalties on 3rd down lead, but it just extends these drives over and over.
Not that they need to be extended more than they already have
been. Adds
been.
more plays to the.
Jones feeds Borges on 2nd down and 5. Head of steam, cross the 30 to the 28, and it's another Panther first down in Leominster territory.
Chewing them up 4 or 5 yards at a time. Now they're about 6 plays into this drive already, and
7:15 left here in the 3rd quarter. Bill Thomas.
Time and effort's passing Leominster by right here. They're not going to have the time to put the effort on the field when they get the ball back.
It's a 14-7 Panther lead and a quickly evaporating second half. This has been just the 2nd offensive possession of the second half. Each team has touched it once. Leominster went a quick 3 and out in their own territory. Give went straight forward, this into the hands of Borges. He went left this time, fell off the pile around the 25-yard line of Leominster.
Bill Thomas, I don't know about you,
Mariello,
but that Novocaine is starting to numb me.
It's not the most exciting football, but it's
effective.
Definitely effective.
Indeed it is.
Spot on, Kate. It's all about winning. You're not trying to be pretty.
Nope.
You're trying to win. And whatever you play with what you have and what's effective, and you do it over and over again till the other team stops you.
Statistically speaking, if your rushing attack can garner 10 yards every 3 plays, why bother stopping?
Up under center, it's Jones. 2 backs behind him, 2 receivers wide to the right. Snap, give it this time, was faked into the hands of Borges. Pitched out instead to Stemple with some room across the Leominster 20 and down at the Leominster 17-yard line with another Panther first down.
Big 8-yard gain right there on 2nd and 7, and they're just chewing up the clock, chewing up the yards, and I don't have the math on the ground game, Kate, but it feels like close to 200 on Marlborough's side of the ball.
134.
134.
Kate Stats brought to you by Santucci Wealth Management. Santucci Wealth Management, local financial advisors providing independent financial planning customized to your needs online at santucciwm.com. That's Santucci Wealth Management. I'm pretty sure that Novocaine got my tongue.
If they manage their wealth numbers like Kate manages our numbers, you're in good hands.
Indeed. On 1st down and 10, Jones keeps it himself, takes it left of the formation, off the edge, cross the 10, gets popped from the blind side right, but he is down across the Blue Devil 10-yard line at the 8.
And he's not the biggest kid. He might be the smallest kid on the field, except for maybe a defensive back out there. But, I mean, he makes himself small but keeps that forward motion going. Just a little shimmy shake with his shoulders. But, you know, when you're running the ball, you know where you're going. In this type of conditions, you have that little half-second advantage that you know when you're making that cut, and you take advantage of the defense. Jones doing a great job of that.
Under the 5-minute mark, precisely 4:44 and counting here in the third quarter. 14-7 is Marlborough's lead. At this rate, they'll never need to score again if they can just run the clock out. Second down and short. The Blue Devil 8-yard line going left to right. Under center, this is Jones. Hard count, snap. Give, room, it's Borges with some room, straight up the middle of the field, cross the 5 and down at the Blue Devil 2-yard line. It'll be a first down and goal to go. Second half action brought to you by Manny's Appliances. Manny's Appliances features a complete lineup of major brand name appliances with exclusive rebates the big box stores do not have. Manny's voted #1 appliance store by our community year after year. Buy the best from Manny's, 120 Hamilton Street, Leominster, the official appliance dealer of the Worcester Red Sox.
Marlborough knocking on the door of scoring another touchdown here. You know, this is going to put the Blue Devils in a tough situation, Todd and Kate, where you're chasing 2 scores. You got to kind of get out of what you're successful, which is running the ball. But you got to try to score as quick as you can when you're chasing 2, and we see how Marlborough can control the clock.
First and goal to go for the Panthers at the Blue Devil 2-yard line going left to right. The snap. Jones tried to pull back. He never got the handoff there as the defense got to him quickly, and it looks like the end result is no gain on the play. Second down and goal to go from the Blue Devil 2-yard line.
Trying to see who came flying in there. Looked like 88 maybe on defense, 80-something.
Brandon Cummings, the sophomore, potentially.
Wish I could give him a name because he came around the end and had him around their waist behind the line of scrimmage. Good job right there, keeping him out of the end zone.
Passing the 3:10 mark here of the third quarter and a 14-7 Panther lead. Second down and goal to go from the Blue Devil 2-yard line going left to right.
11th play of the drive coming up for Marlborough.
Up under center, it's Jones. Scans the Leominster defense. Blue Devils defense creeps, the snap, the give. This was Stemple to the goal line and in. It's a Panther touchdown.
Second man through, straight up the middle.
2:47 to play here in the third, and it's 20-7 Marlborough, and the route is on here at Kelleher Field.
The 3 drives, all 3 drives, 10 or more plays, and all result in touchdowns. And
another 7 minutes off the clock.
Blue Devils' backs are against the wall right now, having to chase 2 scores and knowing how Marlborough's able to control the clock with the run.
Alfaro to attempt the point after, Jones to hold. Snap the ball down, and Alfaro pulled it to the left. Teams coming back up the field. 2:47 to play here in the third. Marlborough 20 and Leominster 7 and more to come. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. It's a fast-moving football game, and you're seeing it here on Leominster TV. My, oh my, does the game just continue to evaporate? I mean, if you don't have the football, you can't score.
And the only way the clock's been stopping has been on Blue Devil defensive penalties and on scores and on change a quarter in the half. Other than that, I mean, there's not a lot of out of bounds, not a lot of incompletions.
I
mean, it's just a constant clock. It's like a soccer game, running clock, and you know, and unfortunately, it's working against the Blue Devils. They don't have the type of game to match up here.
Back to Kelleher Field in Marlborough on a Friday night. Another back to the 80s Friday night here on the K-Zone.
I didn't know if you were going to come back. You were rocking out too hard.
Well, the history of the 80s here with Leominster connection with Coach Palazzi and Kelleher Field, I might as well mix some 80s music into.
Absolutely. Sitting in for DJ Derek Drown back at Master Control, Daniel Bolak offering his expertise, pushing the buttons and making the magic happen back at Master Control tonight. Ball on the 40-yard line at our left. Alfaro sends a stinger low and knuckling all the way downfield. It finds its way to Encarnacion at the 20-yard line. And Encarnacion's got some room and into the open space. He finds himself across the 45, midfield. He's out ahead of everybody, but there is a flag out back at the 48-yard line. Now there's one out at the 30-yard line, and there's another one at the 40-yard line. Pick a flag, any flag. Encarnacion is in for an 80-yard apparent touchdown that is going to be called back by about 4 separate flags that is going to negate the entirety of that Encarnacion run back. And Leominster's sideline is apoplectic.
And which flag do they decide to enforce here? I know it. The one that's most egregious, I'm
Illegal
guessing?
block below the waist.
That
one's declined. Holding against Leominster. That one was here at the 49-yard line. They have elected to enforce that one, and nobody wants to talk about the other flag at the 30, or are we just going to assume that one got declined? Now another flag gets launched up into the air coming from the sideline. They were pointing at head coach Devin Gates, and that one got launched like a rocket into midair.
But look who threw that. The sideline judge who
and
works
another
the
official.
Marlborough side.
There's been another one thrown as Devin Gates was in the conversation with the official. There is another coach over on the sideline that just drew a flag, and the lack of professionalism is right now confounding. I understand wanting to fight for your team, but you've got to bring yourself under control.
And Coach Gates is asking for an explanation. What happened downfield? Why did this flag become the enforcement of choice? And now they're just waving the flag around now, and the Blue Devils are marching backwards to deep in their own territory.
That will add up to 30 yards of penalties on top of what was already going to be enforced, and the adults cost the student athletes.
Another 20. Looks like
it's 45 yards.
Wow.
Or 40 yards.
Unbelievable.
Basically, where Encarnacion picked up the ball and started that whole mess.
Yep.
Yeah, right about
24.
Right back,
just in front of, about 4 yards in front of where he picked the football up. Yeah, they mark it at the 25. It'll be officially a 1st and 10 back at the Blue Devil 25, and an unfortunate development all around. Out of an eye, Tossie with the snap. Give it this time for Newton dotting the I, cross the 30 to the 31-yard line, and 2:20 and counting.
And unfortunately, we're seeing the effects of what this chasing these two scores now.
Sure.
It's gotten Cam out of the game. It's got Caden out of the game because they've gotten away from the running game. They got Jake in there because they feel pressured, and they're going to have to put the ball in the air, and it's just a recipe for disaster.
Offset eye behind Tossie, under center the snap. He'll pitch it out for Newton. He dances his way out to the right edge, and down he will go as the Panther defense swarms. And Bill Thomas, I will say this. I point out the difficulty when the adults cost the student athletes. We jump all over the student athletes when they make poor decisions.
They're being kids, though.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it is the responsibility of the adults in the program to teach and demonstrate and show how you're supposed to act on the sideline. That, unfortunately, not the situation that I saw.
You hate to see emotions get the better of an adult who's supposed to be the voice of reason in the room, but it happens sometimes. Look at the hockey game that I talk about. Parents are fighting, and because two kids have a disagreement on the ice the other day. I mean, it happens, but you can't condone it, and you hate to see it.
We need good role models. That's the important point.
Right, whether it's coaches or parents.
3rd and 9, and back to pass Constant, and Constant comes down awkwardly on top of a Panther. That was Adam El-Namari that got to him, but he landed on El-Namari's knees.
Twisted up.
That was a really awkward sign, and nonetheless, that's a 3-and-out for Leominster. It'll be 4th down and 11, and Ivan Kadu is on to punt back at his own 11-yard line.
Yeah, things are not going well. 2 3-and-outs here for the Blue Devils to start the second half. 2 possessions, 6 plays, probably about a minute total.
Snap is wide. A flag is out on the play. Kadua was able to recover and get this one up. It dies right on the Blue Devil 45. Checked up a yard or two forward on a Blue Devil bounce to the 47. But there is a flag out at the line of scrimmage at about the 21-yard line. Personal foul. This one goes against Marlborough, and it's called roughing the kicker.
Really? Huh.
They said it was a roughing the kicker call down on the field. That will give Leominster a 1st down after the enforcement.
We'll take it. Coach is asking his players what happened there, but...
and Coach Mahoney standing out around his own 40 trying to figure out what just happened.
Blue Devils going to keep the ball nonetheless here. It's going to be a 1st down after this personal foul is marked off. 15-yard it looks like, and move the ball up towards the 40.
Crew chief says it was his call, his decision, and he said that the player came up and steamrolled the punter. Now, the punter got forced to his right. He wasn't in his usual lane and certainly didn't appear to be in punt formation, but it's a 15-yard penalty that keeps Leominster's drive alive. 1st and 10 at their own 39.
Puts Caden back in the quarterback position too.
And a give to Newton, who was able to take the ball forward across the 40 to the 41.
You change philosophy back and forth there a little bit. Coach talked about seeing a lot of both players tonight, and we have.
And an awkward third quarter winds to an end. 20-7, Marlborough on top of Leominster here at Kelleher Field tonight. A break and we're back with more. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV tonight, and just a strange third quarter. That's the way it will go down, as what was seemingly a pretty systematic game in the first half. Things followed very logically, one step after another. All of a sudden, that third quarter, Bill Thomas, started early. Halftime, got cut a minute or two early. Then you move on, you get back out on the field, and all of a sudden, the pieces just felt like they kind of fell apart, particularly if you're wearing blue and white.
Yeah, well, I think things started falling apart at the end of that first half there when Marlborough was able to push it through. Blue Devils couldn't answer, and then they come out with a 3-and-out right there to start the second half. Any halftime adjustments or things you talked about went right out the window, especially offensively. You didn't have a chance to do anything good with the ball. And Marlborough comes down and controls that third quarter and scores. And now you were right on the verge of a 3-and-out till a penalty bails you out again. So we'll have to see if the Blue Devils can take advantage of a defensive penalty for a change.
Back to Kelleher Field quickly here. The all-important fourth and final quarter as teams change ends. Leominster now goes left to right on 2nd down and 8. Constant back to pass. Looks to his left for Encarnacion coming on the slant. Leads him a little too far and incomplete. And they were hitting on that in pregame when I was down on the field to interview Leominster High School head coach Devin Gates. It seemed like they really did have a good set of chemistry going out there tonight. And Constant was hitting passes like that quite a bit in warm-ups.
Yeah, warm-ups is a little different on the game conditions when you're facing your own defense rather than an angry, snarling group of Panthers. But, Caden's out there firing away, and still plenty of time here to answer 2 scores.
3rd down and 8, ball at their own 40, shotgun snap. Constant will keep it himself. It was a little high, but he's able to get the momentum across the 45 and move to the 46-yard line and create a 4th down and about 4 to go for Leominster at their own 46. Second half time and temperature brought to you by Airport Auto Parts, a second generation of automotive recyclers providing the best customer experience. Let them put their expertise to work for you. If Airport does not have the part you need in stock, they can find it for you. Online at airportautoparts.com. 53 degrees under foggy skies at 8:18 on a Friday night, November the 12th, here on the K-Zone. 4th down and 4 to go. Leominster going for it from their own 46. The delayed give for Newton. Defense swarms. Panthers are there, hitting the backfield. Turnover on downs and the ball back to Marlborough.
Big play right there. Looks like Pedro Rodriguez. He got a 47 in, 50. Nice job by Pedro there. Lead the charge by the Panthers defense.
Panthers 1st down and 10. They're moving the chains at Fidelity Bank of Leominster. The idea that businesses do well creates a brighter today and tomorrow for everyone involved. It's a win-win-win. Now, who doesn't like that? Your Fidelity Bank, helping you get where you want to be with hearts.
Panthers take over. 11 minutes left here in the game, and the possessions are few and far between here for the Blue Devils. They got to find a way to get their own 3-and-out.
Panther football, 1st down and 10 at the Blue Devil 47-yard line, middle of the field. Jones up under center, 2 receivers to his left of formation. 2 behind him are the backs. The handoff went straight up the middle of the field. It was Borges. There was a scrum for the football. We heard Leominster shouting, ball, 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 ball. They thought they were to the bottom of the pile, and they are. It's Blue Devil football. A fumble and turnover, and Leominster's defense comes up with it. Coming up from the bottom of the pile,
55.
Looked like 55. Giovanni Roman, the junior 5'9", 230, goes into the pile and comes out with it for Leominster. 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
They tell you play to the whistles, and we didn't hear any whistle there, but there was a lot of action going on in the middle of the pile, and runner continuing to fight for yardage, and Blue Devils come up with it.
And that's the type of turnover their defense needed to create. Now the offense has got to capitalize.
That's that 3-and-out, only they got it the unconventional way without losing the field position.
First and 10 officially, the Blue Devil 45-yard line, going left to right. 10:53 to play here in the fourth, and it's 20-7. That's Leominster's deficit they have to make up with a Panther lead. Constant on the keeper. Flags bookend the play. Constant actually pulls up going into the sideline. Luckily did not get buried while in play. That's a little scary, and the flags come out in all directions here. Coach Sean Mahoney is in the conversation with the officials, so clearly this is going to go against Leominster.
Trying to look for a line of scrimmage here and then decide what they want to do. They might refuse this penalty.
Holding, they signaled it against Marlborough, but they mean holding against Leominster.
Against Leominster, yeah. Refusing the
and
penalty.
They did refuse the penalty. Yeah, they'll take the loss on the play.
5 or even more. Close to, what are they giving them here?
They're placing the ball down.
Hold on, they're changing their mind here. They got us confused.
Yeah, no, so the crew chief's got it. The ball spot is going to be the 41-yard line. So
half of the crew doesn't know what the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing here.
That's correct. They've got it sorted out now.
All right, here we go.
Second down and long for the Blue Devils, back at their own 41, so second and 15.
They took the play.
Indeed, they did. Shotgun set, Constant looking, 2 receivers out to his right. He goes 3/4 arm looking for Cabrera, who is challenged and heard the footsteps of Jake Jones. Ball will fall incomplete.
He was going to get blown up over there. Probably best choice not to catch that. And it's just not a lot there to be had.
Most of the time we've been seeing penalties of that nature. Why would you want to decline that? Leominster hasn't proven for a very long time that they've been able to put a drive together. So minimizing their play options with a second and 15 like that only bodes well for Marlborough.
And take the down as opposed to the replay of the down. Third down and 15, back at the Leominster 41, going left to right. Constant with the shotgun snap. Back to pass, got some time. Now gets pushed out to his left. He's got some space, throws on the run into double coverage. Cabrera created separation, but couldn't haul in the football. Incomplete.
Nice job by Caden there, keeping that play alive, but allowed the coverage to work their way over to that sideline, threw it up in double coverage. Cabrera almost came down with that, but falls to the turf.
Fourth down coming up right now for the Blue Devils. It'll be a 4th down and 15. Looks like the offense is going to stay on the field, however.
Yeah, I don't think they have much choice, Kate, at this point, chasing 2 scores.
And you're not sure you'll ever touch the football again.
Other than a fumble, right. You don't know how you might get the ball back here with 10 minutes left in this game after the 3 strong drives Marlborough's put together.
So Constant and Newton in the backfield. It's a shotgun set. 2 receivers left. Single receiver is Aguilar, one-on-one over here to the right boundary tight. 4th and long. Constant blindside pressure. Chucks it downfield. Looking for Aguilar. It is long and incomplete. Aguilar had beat the coverage in Alfaro, but was tiptoeing a little bit up that sideline. The pass is long and incomplete. Turnover on downs and the ball back to the Panthers gate.
And Bill Thomas, Caden Constant on the night, 0 of 7 in the air for Leominster.
He's not the thrower that they need to have out there in that situation. He's their running quarterback, Kate, and I think the statistics are playing that out. And they tried to mix and match with Jake, but when it's obvious what you're going to do because of your substitution pattern, it makes the job all that much harder.
And of course, he didn't have much choice there on 4th and long. You could have tried to nail the stick there, but perhaps you would have had the pressure there. So you try to go long to beat the defensive pressure. You can see the logic there, but unfortunately, it's a turnover on downs, and the ball back to Marlborough. 1st and 10 at the Leominster 42 is where the ball got put down, middle of the field. 10-13 clock stopped on the change of possession here in the 4th quarter. A 20-7 Marlborough lead. Hard count. Leominster defense across the line again. You can put that one on the bill of Tony Kendall, who crossed the neutral zone. So 5-yard penalty.
I think they've all taken turns there across that offensive line. Nico, I think 62 got flagged down my right maybe earlier in the game, but they're taking turns passing that procedure penalty or in neutral zone.
That's the 11th assessed penalty on the Blue Devils tonight, totaling 90 yards thus far.
How many of that penalty, Kate?
I think
I got 5 at least, maybe 6.
5.
5, yeah, just that one specific breakdown and concentration.
Slipping or falling across the line. On 1st and 5, the handoff goes straight up the middle of the field, cross the 35 and down to the 31-yard line. Just
for
right
a
about the
gain
neighborhood.
of?
I was going to say just about 5, right, Bill?
Well, 4.
We're
going to give him the 4.
Second and a yard.
The 4, what's Kate got him for? 4.5 almost per carry, and that's about what they got on that.
Was that Stemple?
It was. Stemple straight up the middle of the field.
I've got him averaging 3.7 yards per carry.
Right at almost that. Let's round it up to 4 and make it simple.
9:45 and counting here in the fourth and final quarter. Panthers with the 20-7 lead and the football. Second down and a yard to go. Jones is going to go up under center with the two backs behind him. And then a receiver. It's Alfaro out to the left. Snap, give. This is Borges. Cross the 30 to the 28, and it's enough for a Panther first down.
Hitting that hole with a full head of speed.
Viola's Fitchburg Tire and Service brings you second half action, and they can get you ready for any season. Need new tires, brakes, exhaust systems, whatever your seasonal service needs. Let brothers John and Mike Viola help you stay on the road and in the game. Open 8 to 6, Monday through Friday, Boulder Drive in downtown Fitchburg, and online at violatire.net. Feeling hungry? Brady's Restaurant at 37 Mechanic Street, Leominster offers chef-inspired cuisine by the region's best-loved chef, Bill Brady. Brady's menus are approachable and wallet-friendly. Many dishes available gluten-free. Eat, drink, enjoy life at Brady's Restaurant. Menu available online at chefbradys.com. First down and 10 for the Panthers, right about the 29-yard line of Leominster, standing right on about that 30 with the line of scrimmage. Ball just nosed ahead at the 29. Veer set, two backs behind him. Up under center, it's Jones. Two receivers to the left, and the give looked like it was Borges. Straight up the middle off the right. Churns his legs toward the Leominster 25-yard line. Maybe stopped at the 26. Once again, 4, maybe 5 yards.
Bill Thomas averaging 4.9 yards per carry as Borges on his 18 carries. He's got 89 yards on the evening thus far.
So 4-9, 3-7. That's bringing you third and short almost every time. And Marlborough's playing that role to perfection.
8 minutes and counting left here in the fourth quarter. 20-7 Marlborough's lead, and the clock quickly evaporating on the Blue Devils. They're going to need another defensive stop and some offense to go with it.
And I got to tell you, look at the line. While they're all standing tall, we don't usually see this, but look at the center. Head and shoulders above everybody else, and we commented about him pregame, but great example of it right there, waiting for the clock to burn.
Up under center. Here's the snap. Whistles, and a flag kills the play. It's a procedure call, looks like, against the Panthers.
It'll be their second penalty assessed on them on the evening.
Yep, procedure call goes against Leominster. So, Kate, what's that split then after they enforce that, penalty yards-wise?
That's going to be 2 penalties covering 25 yards for Marlborough, 11 penalties assessed for the Blue Devils, 90 yards.
Ouch.
Oh, actually, yes.
You know, we saw the game last week, Todd. Fitchburg and Westfield dominated by penalties on the Fitchburg side of the ball, which I think led to their loss. And, you know, it's hard when you give the other team 90-plus yards and free offense, and let's tack on 4 or 5 free first downs along with those 90 yards. That's a tough thing to overcome.
Down to the 7-minute mark here of the fourth quarter. 2nd and 11. And the Panthers in no rush, nor do they have to be.
Once again, the center just
10 seconds on the play clock.
Boys right there.
They will set the line down, and Jones up under center. Snap, fake the give, option keep out to the left. Jones is going to keep it himself with some room inside the left numbers. He'll run away from everybody and into the end zone with an escort for a Panther touchdown, a 28-yard touchdown scamper for Jake Jones.
And you work that middle over and over and over again, and eventually everybody's going to bite. And that's exactly what happened there. Nice job. Good play calling by the Marlborough offensive coordinator to mix that up at just the right time.
Aguilar got boxed off the play there, never quite saw a window to be able to make contact in the open field.
Yeah, and they did a good job sealing off the end, too, there, and a couple of Blue Devils chasing, but to no avail.
Ball down. Alfaro sends it to the posts, and this one is wide right. Team's coming back up
Legs
the field.
tired.
6:44 to play here in the fourth. It's 26-7. Marlborough dominating Leominster here in Week 10 action. More to come. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us here on Leominster TV tonight. Great to have you with us. Remind you, Thanksgiving coverage coming up on Thanksgiving Thursday here on Leominster TV. Stay tuned for more information on the precise nature of the coverage. But the 140th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg, the 115th Thanksgiving Day Classic, will be right here on Leominster TV, and we're looking forward to bringing it to you from Crocker Field in Fitchburg. And you talk about what are the things of life that are returning. How about Thanksgiving football returning to Thanksgiving morning?
Yeah, and we talk about how much we love Fitchburg-Leominster matchups, but there's nothing like Thursday mornings on Thanksgiving Day.
Back up under the lights here at Kelleher Field in Marlborough on the K-Zone tonight. 6:44 to play here in the fourth, and it's 26-7. The Marlborough lead. Central Communication Systems brings you action here on the K-Zone. Don't trust your next AV or security system project to a novice. The experts at Central Communication Systems are the key communications provider for thousands of businesses around New England, including Worcester's new Polar Park. Learn more at central-inc.com. Since 1991, the region's communication systems expert. That's Central Communication Systems.
And just to put a bow on that, the big kid out on the field for Marlborough, 63, Eli Hintz, played a great game at center.
Indeed he has. Kickoff goes straight up the middle of the field, swallowed up and fallen on by Leominster at their own 46-yard line. Looks like 56 on that one there, Bill Thomas.
Yeah.
John Escabi, who's been a center for Leominster here over the waning part of the year. He also started the year on the offensive line, and this time got himself a touch of the football on a kickoff.
Did some special teams action.
Action here on the K-Zone brought to you by Competitive Edge Fitchburg, supplying the Central Mass area with ice hockey equipment and professional skate sharpening for over 30 years. Competitive Edge has embroidery and printing for all your team, league, and business needs. Open 7 days a week during the fall and winter. Stop by 983 John Fitch Highway, right across from the Wallace Civic Center, or call 978-696-3339. Competitive Edge of Fitchburg. Back to pass, it's Constant, looks left and throws. Juggled and catch made by Encarnacion, who races on that slant from left to right with some room on the angle across the 35, the 30, and slides across the Panther 25 to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 28 for Encarnacion.
You talked about him working on that in pregame. When you get the time in there, it's pretty, and they had the timing on that one.
Indeed they did. Constant directing traffic here, down to 6:10 left here in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10, ball officially marked at the 21-yard line of the Panthers, going left to right. Constant swings a pass out. It was a bullet in the backfield. Newton reeled it in, but he had coverage all over him. That's Jack Desatel again.
Yeah, he smoked that out right from the beginning. He wasn't letting him sneak outside. That's his job out there, outside linebacker, and he covered it beautifully.
Indeed he did.
Big 5-yard loss right there.
Same thing happened on that Jack Fish pass
coming
earlier.
The other way. Exactly
Marlborough
right, Kate.
not fooled by that play tonight at all.
And that's the play Marlborough used to great success there in their drive, that throwback.
On 2nd down and long, Constant back to pass, looks down the sideline, trying to lead Encarnacion on that one. It's long and incomplete. Miguel Borges, the defensive back, was also there in coverage. He had a good shot at that one as well.
Yeah, good position right there. Kind of playing double defense, trying to keep the end zone out of play there, but good job right there. Ball falls to the turf, comes back for a 3rd and long. Blue Devils still going no huddle here, but taking their time nonetheless. Clock down to 5:27.
Constant back to pass on 3rd and long. Same play, jump ball. This time looking for Cabrera. It is intercepted. And an interception made there by 35, Bill Thomas. Ryan Blaisdell once again in defensive coverage. This time he takes the ball away.
Takes it away from Miguel Cabrera there. Looks like right in the corner, front corner of the end zone. I'm guessing not much more than the 1 yard, maybe at about the 3-yard line there, but Marlborough regains possession with a little over 5 minutes left, and I'm sure we're going to see another dose of that Novocaine.
And they've got the long field, Bill Thomas, in just 5 minutes.
Just gives them more time to burn the clock with longer field to work with.
You don't have to score. I'd say this gets to about the 30-yard line, which is the finish line of the football game.
Bill
4
Thomas.
first downs?
Marlborough tonight, average time of possession per drive, 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
Very efficient tonight on offense. Very efficient. And they're burning clock now, although it's
stopped on the change of possession. They're just taking their time.
They're working it.
Jones with the snap. The give goes to the outside. Looked like it was Borges on the carry. Into the pile, stood up after a gain of maybe 1.
They lean the stick to give him look like, they're giving him 1.
That's 2.
2?
2nd down and 8.
That's generous.
Indeed it was.
91 total yards on 19 carries for Miguel Borges tonight, averaging 4.8 yards per carry. Right now is long for 15. 215 total yards of offense so far from the both the aerial and rushing attack of Marlborough. 48 offensive plays tonight.
Second down and 8 to go. Panthers at their own 8. Jones under center as we pass the 4.5-minute mark. Keeps it himself as he takes the snap out to the left. Slides down shy of the 5. So short loss back on the play. 3rd down and long.
Yeah, just making sure he stays out of the end zone here and staying safe. Just letting the clock burn. Approaching 4 minutes now in running. I don't know if this drive's going to get out to the 30, Todd. At least not the Blue Devils 30.
I was going to say, not the way it's going right now.
Blue Devils have found a way to play defense here, but deep in the shadow of the end zone of the Panthers, and they're being very cautious right here. Last thing they want is a turnover and then, play that onside kick game.
For those of you joining us on the K-Zone and Leominster TV, Thanksgiving's the next time we will all be together. Our coverage here on the K-Zone, AM 1280, 105.3 FM, and WPKZstream.com begins on Wednesday night, November the 24th, 5 to 7 p.m. Our retrospective rivalry recipe for a classic. 9 years in running with some great interviews on tap for you, some voices of the past that you get to hear their stories told from their very own first-person perspective. Todd Stefanidis of Fitchburg, Jack Rodequins of Leominster will all join us in the broadcast. Also joining us, Mike Flynn, formerly of WEIM, WPKZ, right here at the legendary AM 1280 and FATV as well, as he talks about, of course, his experience in the broadcast booth each and every Friday night, Thanksgiving, playoffs, and all points in between, as well as a great opportunity to reflect on the life and the great contributions made by his longtime broadcast partner, Dave Clark. Look forward to having all of that for you on our 9th edition of Recipe for the Classic. And that is on Wednesday night, November the 24th, 5 to 7 p.m. for the premiere. Very next day on Thanksgiving morning, 7 to 9 a.m. for the encore presentation ahead of our live coverage of the Thanksgiving Day Classic, which begins with our countdown to kickoff at 9 a.m. from Crocker Field on Thanksgiving morning, Thursday, November the 25th, followed up thereafter by kickoff at 10 a.m. The 140th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg, the 115th Thanksgiving Day Classic, as Borges takes the ball straight up the middle of the field, cross the 15 and shy of the 20. It is enough for a Panther first down, and Leominster will take a timeout, 2:49 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Are we going to forego the tradition of playing Alice's Restaurant on Thursday?
Alice's Restaurant, Bill Thomas has been gone for about 10 years or so.
I know. That was a long staple at the
Alice's Restaurant is closed here at WEIM and also at WPKZ.
Yeah, that was a fun time back then.
Indeed it is, and you know what? Recipe for a Classic is the way to get up in the morning now. 7 to 9 a.m. You get 2 hours that get you deep into the rivalry, whether you get it 5 to 7 on Wednesday night or 7 to 9 on Thanksgiving Thursday morning. Then the live coverage picks up. Then it's on into the Thanksgiving Day Classic, and then you follow that up, Bill Thomas, with 3 NFL games to boot. All sorts of NFL football.
Go into that turkey
all right
coma.
Here. Absolutely.
After you have breakfast with us,
and
sounds
it's
like a plan.
All right here on the K-Zone. Your home for live and local fun since 1941, celebrating 80 years on the air in North Central Massachusetts. Could not be prouder to be a part of this historic tradition of radio coverage.
And I'm going to drop in just, and I've told this story 100 times. I'm not going to tell the story, but if it wasn't for Dave Clark, none of this would be happening for me. And I go back with Dave to 2004 when he gave me my start as the NASCAR insider with WEIM.
First down and 10 to go. Out of the timeout. Jones with the snap. gave it to Stemple. Stemple into the pile across the 15 and just shy of the 20-yard line. And, some of those great stories, you talk about Dave Clark. And I said to Mike Flynn yesterday in our interview, and before the interview, when I was growing up, they were the voice of high school football. And then on this very AM 1280 called schoolboy football on a Friday night. And it was absolutely, part of your Friday listening. Some people grew up listening to Ray C. and they wanted to be Ray C. Sean Sweeney getting to live that dream right
exactly
now.
Right.
Mornings here on the K-Zone.
Welcome to the early rises.
Absolutely. Part of the early risers.
He's bringing back some history.
And then, of course, for those of us that, were into being football play-by-play announcers, you listen to Dave Clark and Mike Flynn. And we're carrying on that tradition, which goes back. If you go past Dave Clark and Mike Flynn, you go to Dave Clark and the legendary Joe White as well. And the names go on and on and on. And we're proud to be a part of this tradition as well.
Nothing better than that.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
Handoff goes straight up into the pile.
I want to hear
a couple more.
I want to hear those stories. 'Cause, we miss Dave. It's unexpected. Illness took him, and but he touched a lot of people. And I did not grow up knowing Dave.
Sure.
I was a newbie to the Fitchburg area. I landed there because of my job. And the graciousness of Jack Naylor, who was a co-worker with the association, brought me into the fold. And, as I like to say, the rest is history.
Absolutely.
But, I'm going to really enjoy listening to the reminiscing about Dave Clark.
The Days of Sports Live as well, right here. Used to be a show on
yeah, and unfortunately, when I joined the show, he was getting more involved in politics, so he had to step away from it. I only got to work with him for a short amount of time. I enjoyed every minute of it. I wish I could have spent more time with him. I got to know him better. I did get to know him more over at FATV. We did some cross stuff over there, some auctions and some other promotional stuff, but just a great man and a great friend, even though I wish I could have known him longer.
Fitchburg through and through. Dave Clark, and of course, meant a lot to AM 1280 and the listeners here on Friday nights. Just the final 99 seconds left of this one. It's 26-7. Marlborough on top of Leominster. Third down and short to go for the Panthers. They would like one more first down, which would make this completely academic. A hard count. Leominster almost converted it for them for the sixth time tonight. Under center, once again, Jones, the snap. Gave it to Stemple, batters his way across the 25 to the 27-yard line, and that'll do. It will be a first down for the Panthers. And 92 seconds from now, Leominster will have their record fall on this season to 3-7.
Another third down conversion by Marlborough's offense, I'll add.
One of the things, though, I know that Coach Devin Gates did not want to look ahead to the Fitchburg matchup, but when we look at common opponents, Fitchburg in Week 5 coming here to Kelleher Field to battle these Panthers from Marlborough, and Fitchburg able to squeak out a victory in Week 5.
High scoring,
yes.
But when it comes to common opponents, what's more common than each other from earlier in the season?
Fitchburg, a victor over Leominster in Week
handily.
1. A lot happens in 10 or 11 weeks,
absolutely.
but you're not wrong, Bill Thomas.
But you don't forget, the memory stays.
It was a 42-34 Fitchburg win versus this very same Panther team 5 weeks ago. And of course, as you mentioned, right off the bat to open the season, a 27-12 Fitchburg win in the 139th meeting, the inaugural Kickoff Classic, bringing that back on Thursday, September the 9th, back a few months ago. And now the 140th meeting, 115th Thanksgiving Day Classic, Crocker Field in Fitchburg. I know our friends at the Rotary Club of Fitchburg and Leominster would want to remind you, Breakfast for the Bands coming up next Saturday.
Bringing that back.
That will be, I believe, in Fitchburg. I believe they're
Fitchburg.
It goes back and forth. I believe it is in Fitchburg.
Did you talk about the Leominster marching band and the accolades that they've been receiving of late?
I have not, Kate. Marching band were able to get themselves, I believe it was a silver honor, 4 stars.
I believe that's right.
In their competition earlier in the month. There's a kneel down from Jones. They will start the clock winding now, 85 seconds to the finish of this one. They'll have to do it a couple of more times, but yeah, great job by Bob Bergeron and the squad over on the musical side of things. And then, of course, we send our thoughts, prayers, and well wishes to a Blue Devil out there through and through himself, Jacob Pascal, battling courageously to conquer, and we know he will with the support of his teammates. Saw some great social media posts out there as his teammates went on down to support Jacob in his battle as he suffers his way through, but battles his way through some difficult medical circumstances out there. we send our best to Jacob Pascal. Jones will kneel this one down. Just 45 seconds left in this one. They will hold on spotting the ball. It will go down now, and they should not have to do it again. Final score here from Kelleher Field in Marlborough as they wave it off. Marlborough 26 and Leominster 7, the final score in this one. Leominster will fall to 3-7. Marlborough finishes the regular season 6-4 ahead of their Thanksgiving battle, the Route 85 battle with Hudson. That one coming up at Hudson on Thursday, November the 25th as well.
It's a good way to characterize it. The Route 85 battle right down the street.
It is.
Hudson having a good season in their own right this year. That should be a great matchup for Marlborough and Hudson on Thanksgiving.
With another touchdown, Leominster adds another $50 from Manny's Appliances. Manny's Appliances, Leominster's Blue Devil touchdown partner this fall, donating $50 to Leominster Athletics and Scholarships for every touchdown call made right here on the K-Zone. Updating that cumulative number. So that one touchdown for $50 brings us to $850. Then we go back to week 9 last week. Leominster's 5 touchdowns put $250 into the bank. Bill Thomas. A season total from Manny's Appliances, $1,050 donated to Leominster Athletics and Scholarships in Leominster touchdowns. Manny's Appliance, Hamilton Street. No one does appliances better. 26-7, Marlborough defeats Leominster here at Kelleher Field to finish Week 10 action. Thanksgiving ahead for these two as we are heading toward our post-game extra. For those of you joining us on Leominster TV, we say thank you so very much for joining us. It's your time now to head on over to your radios, AM 1280, 105.3 FM, and WPKZstream.com as we take you through our post-game extra, get you scores from all around the region, final stats from this one as well. I want to thank Bradley Bedard for his great work for Leominster TV tonight. On behalf of Bill Thomas and Kate Robbins, I am Todd Robbins. So long to those of you joining us on Leominster TV. We will talk to you on Thanksgiving morning. In the meantime, you're continuing right along with us. Post-game extra from Kelleher Field comes your way next. 26-7, a big victory tonight for Marlborough over Leominster. Post-game extra next. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors. Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net. The Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com. And by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.